Well, probably what I enjoy most about the play day is probably the memories that I have of a kid coming up and being on some of these older tractors, and probably tractors that I cut my teeth on as a youngster to learn how to run, apply, and play. And also, it's amazing that I'm in a time when I can see what the earlier generation has brought to the table for the later generation that's coming on now. And the biggest thing is it's less labor intense, but you also got to have people that are more or less intelligent to run some of the sophisticated equipment.
I've had many conversations with my grandparents when they were making the transition from horse-drawn equipment to powered equipment. And it was met with some resistance, much as some of the farming techniques, again, have been met with, today's technology is met with some resistance also.
You've got to more or less been raised on a farm or really want to do it in order to survive with it today. I can remember as a kid growing up, my daddy would always tell me, he said, son, be the man that can do everything. Learn any job you can. He said, be the man that digs the straightest ditch. If that's your job, you be the man that digs the best ditch. And that's what I have tried to instill in my boys in farming, is be the man that does the best job and be very intense with your management and doing a good job and concentrate on it. It's really good to come here to see what the generations of farming has changed from the old place to the horse-drawn place to where we at today. And it's really a nice experience, and this gives generations to come wisdom of what it was like back 5 generations ago, as far as starting with the mules.
This is my quiet time. Hearing that mobile going through the grass and cutting the roots has just got a sound that you can't describe unless you ride on the plows. Our plow days, we had so many kids that wanted to ride, engineer me an extra passenger seat so the kids could ride. They really enjoyed it, and we enjoy doing it with them. Bring some of the memories back to these kids that have no idea how things were done way back when, you know.
I always try to grab a young person, 12, 14 years old, get them to have a ride along and experience what I do behind the wheel plowing.
And I think it's a very good thing, a learning curve for the youngsters to see what's involved in farming. And the best teacher for people that don't understand farming is to actually come to the farm and see what's here and see what we are confronted with and what we had to deal with. And I think that's as good a way as you can teach people to understand what we live for and what we do.
It takes me back to my days, my younger days as a young man on the farm. You can't put that in a jar and seal it or sell it. It's something you breathe. It's something you feel.
People say, well, when the crop's gone, farmers don't have a job. Farmers do have a job, 365 days a year. It takes your time preparing for the next year, doing maintenance on equipment. We have poultry houses, so the maintenance has to be done on those. So it's a year-round thing. It's just not something that you plant the crop and harvest it and put it on the shelf and then you don't do anything for the next spring. It takes all winter months to get your equipment back in shape and have it ready, because dang time costs you money in the spring and costs you money in the fall. So you try to go over your equipment with a fine-tooth comb and have it ready so you don't have the dang time.
I think one of the big things is just don't ever feel that you're too old to relearn something again. There are valuable lessons that can be drawn from the old ways. There's valuable lessons we can draw from the new ways. But I think if you bring those two together, and I think you have something wonderful.